Hey K Nation, how are you? It's been a little while since I've been on here with a video, and I'm really excited to be back with some really good content and share with you some excellent relationship advice and perspective around relationships, healthy relationships, and fostering relationships of all kinds. So, welcome back. Um, in the last couple of weeks, we have had a lot of time to be with those that are closest to us. So I have spent a significant amount of time in the same house with the same people, and this has caused me to be extremely introspective about my needs in relationships, both personal, professional, intimate relationships, friendships, and I believe that we are going to come out of this time that we've had to spend with one another and get to know ourselves better, way, way better than we were before, if we're really thinking introspectively about who we are and what we need and what it means to feel love and feel desire, give love, give desire, feel kindness, give kindness. I just think that this is a period that we are going to come out stronger internally and stronger as people than we've ever been before. And being in this space, I have really honed in on some of my personal needs with love and started to think about, when my husband and I first started dating, and we would go on these walks together and we would spend so much quality time with one another, and it was perfect. And it's like, oh yeah, this is what we love to do. And then we got married, and we found out very early in our marriage that our love languages are different. So I actually want to talk about love languages in the condition of finding your soulmate. And I believe soulmates are real. I believe that we have multiple soulmates in our lifetime. It's not just one individual, but they're people that we connect with on a deep, intimate soul level. And that connection goes beyond just the intimate soul level, but it goes to our desires and our needs. And those desires and needs as well, I think, are reflective around love languages. Now, if you've never heard about love languages, I'm just going to introduce it to you loosely, and then, encourage you to go look more in depthly about love languages and take the love language test to find out what's your primary, secondary, fifth love language, whatever it is, where you fall on the spectrum and in the categories. So there are 5 love languages. Words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, gift giving, and physical touch. So my primary love language is acts of service. And when I say primary, I mean like 90% of the way I receive love is acts of service. And there's like no real secondary. Everything else is just under the same lens. My husband's, on the other hand, is physical touch and words of affirmation. And so it got me thinking about people that are looking for their spouses, or just in a space where relationships and the way we approach relationships and our needs and our desires in relationships are so important, in particular in this time when we are not in a space where physical touch is a space that we can really be in. And so for those folks that are dating, or those folks that are in marriages and relationships where physical touch is not your primary love language, then it's like, well, what do you do, right? And this is where you get introspective and you start to search a little bit deeper about your desires, about what it means to give, about how you're going to receive. And it's very interesting that we will be changing a lot about how we look at love and how we look at dating and how we spend time with one another, and the give and take and the reciprocal feeling that happens in relationships. So just wanted to come on here and just drop a line to say I miss you guys, and I will be on here with more content, and I will talk a little bit more about love languages in the future. But for now, love you, K Nation.